Hey everyone, this is Faisal, certified high performance coach and a lifelong student of philosophy, spirituality, and sciences. I'm here in beautiful San Diego, California at the CHPC certified high performance coaching training that I had to come back to get my certification done. I met some amazing people here, and I wanted to just share a couple of things that I learned from them and from the training here, a couple of breakthroughs that I had that made me think a little bit differently. The first thing that I realized after coming back after 2 years of trying out the coaching, setting up the business, and working with so many people, delivering value and service, I realized that when we are in our environment where we're doing something different, for example, what I'm doing as a coach, not many people do in my current environment. And you might be doing something that's very different compared to others, or you might be working towards a goal, a dream that might seem different to other people, that might seem weird, that might seem strange. It's very important not to lose perspective. But when you're within that environment where everybody else is doing something different than you, something common, and you're doing something different, what ends up happening is that you lose your perspective. You start to question what you do. You start to think that, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I shouldn't be going towards this. But coming back to this beautiful community here with the rest of the coaches, with my trainer, I realized that that's just our own perspective. That's just the way we learn to think over time being in that environment. We get influenced by our environment. And I realized how important it is to keep in touch with that community, a community of supporters who understand what you do, who have actually done what you do, and who are working towards similar things that you are. And here I am with 200-300 people, amazing people who are working towards goals and dreams that most people don't even think about, most people don't even consider. And they're delivering value and working at this, and I realized how much courage it took for me to start this, how much courage it took for them to start this, and they're all going. And this is the reason I wanted to do this video, is so you realize that whatever you're doing, whatever it is that takes a lot of courage, that makes you question it sometimes, something that you're passionate about, and you start to question, one of the best things you can do is to reconnect with somebody that understands that have experienced that, your level of growth and your level of passion towards something. And that's very powerful. The second thing I wanted to mention was that a lot of times when we start something new, when we go on a new venture towards creating a business, going into a new field, a new endeavor, we sometimes assume that it will be okay. I'm gonna try it a few times and it's gonna work out. But if you study the most successful people in the world, and if you study people who are high performers, if you study people who are working towards their dreams and goals, what you realize is that it's a journey, and that journey is a long journey. And this is why it's so important that the reason that you're doing whatever that you're trying to do is connected to your passion, and your why is big enough for it. The reason for why you're doing something, because it's gonna take a lot of time. It might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 years, maybe longer for you. But the key, one of the keys that I understood, even though I knew this mentally before, but what I felt here was that being among all these amazing coaches who had come from so many different backgrounds, from being a lawyer, from being a doctor, being speakers, writers, being people in the dental industry, and I realized that they all had to go through a journey, and that journey has required them to be consistent and keep trying. That could be 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, it could be hundreds of times, and keep falling down and getting back up. And it's that consistency to face your failures that some people might see as failures and they would stop, but to learn from those failures, from those setbacks. And once you create that mindset, once you feel that mindset, not only think of it intellectually, which I understood before, but now I feel it more emotionally, that I need to keep continuing because my message is too important, what I'm doing is too important to me for me to stop. And I urge you guys to consider in whatever you're trying to do, even if you haven't started something, whatever you start, think about how important it is to you and where you're going with that. And once that message is clear in your mind and you're going towards that, then what you can do is be aware that you need to be consistent and keep trying, even if there are setbacks. So I just wanted to share these couple of things, and I hope you got some value out of this. And I'll probably be doing other videos while I'm here or after that. And I look forward to the next videos and more content to deliver for you guys after the certification week. And I look forward to doing more Facebook Live when I get into it. Thanks. Bye.